at all, and they have to do some stuff. It's the eve of war and each must choose a side, kingdoms will fall. That's kind of all I know. The blurb doesn't really tell you very much. I'm about 50 pages in. Lauren from Fiction Tea both bought and recommended me this book, so look Lauren, I am reading it. She'll be very excited. She's been nagging at me to read this since she got it for me, and I'm quite excited because, you know, when you just know a book is going to be quite good by chapter 5, well, I'm getting that vibe. I got up early and read, so I'm enjoying it quite a lot. However, I'm getting way more into Animal Crossing again now. Not that I ever got out of Animal Crossing, but I was playing it quite a lot, and then I got busier doing other stuff, so I didn't play it as much, and I was only playing it like for half an hour each day or so, and then over the weekend I played it a lot more. Yesterday I was on FaceTime to Lauren from Fiction Tea and Vicky from What Vicky Read, and we were playing it on FaceTime for many hours, and I started getting quite into my terraforming because I thought I had a good island. I was like, yeah, my island's really cool, I love it, it's really good, I've worked really hard on it. I went to Vicky's island, who has put in like 100 more hours than me, and that girl has a good island. My island is not as good as Vicky's. She has got way more stuff. So I was like, right, okay, I need to do some terraforming, I need to move my museum, I need to do all these things. Do you know what? It kind of requires a to-do list at times. I feel like the amount of stuff you have to do on Animal Crossing. Point being, I'm slightly worried that my Animal Crossing life is going to take over my reading life, but there's always audiobooks, and I do really like listening to audiobooks whilst terraforming, which is what I was doing yesterday. So I'm going to give that a go, but I'm going to be reading this one physically, and then I might go back to Shadow and Bone or The Raven Boys for my audiobook, because I'm listening to both of them. Raven Boys is a reread for me. I'm also tonight going to be getting involved with Keris's Harry Potter quiz. I am in round 8 of the quiz, which is 8 out of 10 rounds. So it's going to be kind of tricky. I've been looking at my Harry Potter Trivial Pursuit this morning and last night and trying to study for it. However, I feel like Keris is going to put some really, really difficult questions in. She said if we don't cry, then it wasn't worth it. So thanks, Keris. I'm really excited for that. I am excited. I'm going to be representing Ravenclaw, my house, which is why I've got my blue eyeshadow on. And at 10 to 10 tonight, which is where my quiz slot is, instead of wearing my pyjamas, I shall be donning my Ravenclaw uniform because I'm going all out. So I'm excited about doing that later. I'm pretty sure that I will probably fail completely, but you know what? Someone had to go up for the higher rounds. Oh God. Okay. Keris kind of self-volunteered me because she said I was rereading the books, which is true, but I've only reread up till I finished the 4th one yesterday. And obviously I've read the other ones and watched the films many times, but there's little details that you only get from freshly reading them, so... Oh, okay. I'll let you know how that goes later. I shall catch up with you later on today. I think right now I'm quite literally the definition of party on the top, pyjamas on the bottom. I'm not going to show you the bottom half of me, but I am watching Keris's live stream of the Harry Potter quiz. I'm joining it at 9:50, which is in an hour and a half-ish, so I'm in my Ravenclaw gear because I'm committed to this. I'm gonna get this for Ravenclaw. So far, the first round, I know I've got every question right, so that's given me a bit of confidence. However, Keris has said that the first round is fine if you've not read the books, and that's like the easiest round, obviously, round number 1. So it's only going to get more difficult from here on out. But, I'm enjoying having a Harry Potter quiz to take part in. Also, do you guys like the pen that I'm using? It's a paintbrush, which is really cute. I think my mum got it for me from a art gallery, I suppose. Yes, so that is, yeah, that's what I'm doing with my evening. Here's my setup, I shall show you. So we've got the quiz playing here, there's my answers, there's my Switch controller, and there's Animal Crossing. So I'll do a nice switch between the two. I'm currently waiting for my turn. They're on round 4 at the moment on the quiz. And I'd like to compare this moment to when Harry is waiting to face his dragon in the 4th book, and he is just hearing everyone else go, and he's just sat there waiting. I want my turn. So far, I have got all bar 1 question right. So I'm on 32 out of 33 available points. So I'm doing well, which is giving me false confidence because my round is going to be hard. Yay! Good morning. It is Tuesday. Today is the second day of a 4-day week, really. In the UK, we've got a bank holiday on Friday. We would normally have that bank holiday yesterday on Monday. However, it's been changed to align with VE Day, I think. So Friday, which I'm happy about because that means a nice 3-day weekend, which is all good. And then we get another bank holiday at the end of May as well. May is basically a good month for having bank holidays and time off work. So I'm probably going to read quite a lot the weekend and play Animal Crossing. So far, that is pretty much what I've been doing with my evenings after work. Today I am working from bed because sod it, it's comfier and my bum was hurting on my chair. Also still reading Falling Kingdoms by Morgan Rhodes. Haven't really read much more than this since we spoke yesterday because I took part in the quiz yesterday hosted by Keris, the Harry Potter quiz, so I didn't get a chance to read this in the evening. But I am really enjoying it so far. I really like that there's many different characters with many different storylines going on. However, I feel like I'm going to struggle to follow all of the different characters because I'm really, really bad at retaining information in books and it's driving me nuts. I noticed this yesterday when the quiz was happening. I've literally just finished reading Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, and one of the questions was, who is the witch from the Ministry that goes missing at the start of the 4th book? I know that's Bertha Jorkins. Could I answer that in the quiz? Did that come to the top of my head? No. Good job it wasn't my round, otherwise I would have been kicking myself. I did get 5 out of a possible 11 points in my round, which isn't like amazing, but at round 8, which is 2 from the hardest, I'm not that mad at myself. I got 73.5 points overall out of a possible 120. The last rounds were incredibly tough. To start with, I was like, this is easy, I can do this. And then it got hard. I'm halfway through my reread, so I can kind of blame it on that. But also, I just don't remember things in books, and I don't know why. Like, I remember the main things, and the more I read something, the more I will remember it. However, it just seems to fall out of my brain, like character names. Nope. Do I know the main characters' names in the book I'm currently reading? Sure, when I open the book. Could I tell you them now? Cleo? That's about it. There was somebody called Brian, but it was spelled like Brienne, and I thought it was probably just a fancy way of writing Brian. I'm really bad at it. Help me. How do people get better at this? So anyway, my plan for the rest of today is obviously finish work at 4:30 as I normally do, probably play a bit of Animal Crossing after work and do some more reading because I'd like to reach maybe around the halfway point in this book, although I don't know how easily that's going to happen because I'm getting a little bit more addicted to Animal Crossing, so I'll blame that for my lack of physical book reading. There it is, there's the line. She let out the breath she hadn't realised she'd been holding. Why is it everywhere? Hello, it's me again. Shocking given that you're on my reading vlog. It is 4:30, I'm finished at work and I'm going to go outside and read this because it's actually sunny outside-ish for the first time in like a week and a half. So I'm making the most of it. I'm going to go sit on the front bench, get some sun and enjoy my book. Okay, I thought I'd give you a super quick update because something exciting has just happened. The UK Young Adult Blogging Awards, which is an annual award ceremony for young adult bloggers and vloggers, has just announced their shortlists for all of their categories. Last year I was very lucky to be nominated for the Most Inspirational Award, and I did go on to win that award last year, which made my year, and it turned a really crappy year upside down for me, that one. It rewarded me for the work I'd done almost. It just reinforced that people were actually looking at my content, which I think when you make content is always your first worry of like, are people actually looking at it? Like, are people actually enjoying it and taking in what I'm saying? So yes, they are. Anyway, point being, that was last year. This year, I was put onto the long list for the Best Established Blogger, and now I've been put onto the short list for that award. Yeah, I'm just thrilled. Best Established is literally what it sounds like. I know I'm newer to YouTube, but I've been blogging for 4.5 years on booksnest.co.uk, and all the links are down there if you wanted to look at that. But I'm just absolutely over the moon. I genuinely mean it when I say just to be nominated is enough, because I'm just really happy. Thank you so much to anybody that did that, that nominated me, that put me on the long list and then put me on the short list. I'm up against some really fantastic bloggers and vloggers. This is a vlogging award as well. I just by habit say blogging because it's the acronym UKYABA. But I'm up against some amazing people. I'm thrilled for everyone that's nominated. And yeah, I'm happy at this stage. So thank you so much to everyone that watches my content. And as a side note of that as well, I don't think I've addressed it yet, but thank you so much for 1,000 subscribers. I think in my last vlog I said I was very near to 1,000, but I hit it on Sunday, I think. And I'm really pleased at the moment. I think my content is exactly where I want it to be. Clearly you guys are enjoying it enough to subscribe, to give me views and likes, the thumbs up and comment, and it makes me happy. This is why I make content, because it makes me feel happy that you guys are enjoying what I produce and that people actually want to see it and hear my voice, I suppose. So thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing, thank you for nominating me for awards if you do, thank you for looking at any of my content. This sounds like it's the end of the vlog, it's not, it's just me gushing over being very thankful. So thank you, basically. Thank you very much. I've just come out for a late evening walk. There's no one around. Look at all this lovely area of no humans. It's just so nice. I think as much as everything's really rubbish right now with not being able to leave your house and stuff, we're doing good for the environment and good for the world in terms of giving it a little break from us being destructive. So maybe we can learn something from it, because this is quite nice and calm and peaceful, and there's a lot of positive environmental factors. So yeah, there's a lot of negatives we can focus on, but there are also some positives. I know that the negatives are absolutely horrendous. However, yeah, I'm appreciative of the things like this. I absolutely love this time of day. The sun is just about setting. Got all these lovely fields to walk around. Look at all this right by the houses I live in. This is my housing estate here. And this is the hills. Also, I'm going to do some really foul zooming in, but there is actually a white horse up on top of one of the hills here. Can you see it? It's very small. There. White horse of Wiltshire, there's lots. Hello, happy Wednesday, happy hump day. We're nearly at the weekend, yes. I am dressed in flowers today because it's sunny outside. I'm bringing the sunshine in. I'm feeling good. Still on a little bit of a high after the nominations yesterday for the UK Young Adult Blogging Awards, so feeling good. Today I'm still reading Fallen Kingdoms by Morgan Rhodes. I wanted to get to halfway yesterday and I did. I'm just over halfway. I've got more of an idea of what it's about now. I tried to describe it to you guys before and completely failed. But basically this is about two warring kingdoms, or about to be warring kingdoms. They basically really don't like each other, and someone did something bad in one of the kingdoms that warrants the beginning of a potential war. So that's a problem. There's also two different princesses in each kingdom, and one of them has a secret and the other one is just, she's kind of suspicious of the world, and she's pushing a little bit for answers and is being a bit cheeky, and I think she's probably going to be linked to the other princess basically. But there's elemental magic and they're trying to discover some things about the elemental magic. Basically the elemental magic has not been around for quite a few years, quite a long time, and no one has been able to use the elemental magic, and I'm getting the impression that maybe this book series is going to be following the journey to bring elemental magic back to this world. I'm not entirely sure, that was probably a really poor description, but I'm really enjoying it. The way it's written is really nice. It's a very easy flowing story. Also, Lauren told me that every chapter ended on a cliffhanger, and she is exactly right. Every single chapter I want to keep reading, which meant it's quite easy to binge read it, and I can see how people can read this quite quickly. I feel like I want to read the next one straight after, but I'm going to have a look and see how much it is on Kindle, because I do not have any more room at the moment for the rest of this series, because I'll probably just want to buy them all. So that is my reading update for you. I also went for a walk yesterday that you saw, probably do another one today. Really, it's just the same days, but me trying to spice it up a little bit for you and add in some more content. So I hope you're liking this. I'm sorry again that we can't go anywhere more exciting, like a bookshop. Oh, wouldn't you love to go to a bookshop? I really would love to go to a bookshop. I shall settle for staring at books online instead for now, I think. Right, I'm going to get back to my day's to-dos and I shall catch up with you later. This book is surprising me. There are themes in it I didn't realise were going to be in it. To start with, I say to start with because the situation kind of changes, which you can see coming, but to start with, there's some incesty thoughts going on. which just kind of randomly put themselves in there, and I'm like, oh, cool, okay, right. I don't have a problem with reading a book like that because it's just part of the plot and it's the way it's working. But I was just very much like, where did that come from? Secondly, I have a flaw that I've found in books that do this. Not a flaw with this book necessarily, just a moment within the book that I'm like, And it's when you have got someone that hates someone else. It's like an enemy's situation. And then for whatever reason, like one of them's knocked out unconscious, one of them's asleep, or they don't realise the other one's looking. And the person that really, really hates them suddenly looks at them and realises they're actually really pretty or really attractive. And then suddenly they seem to hate them like a smidge less, just because they suddenly thought, you're kind of hot. And it seems to happen loads, and it's just happened in this book. And I'm like, why? Like, if you didn't like them anyway, why does the way they look make a difference? Anyway, I assume this guy is going to end up not hating this person at all and end up probably feeling the exact opposite towards them, but we shall see. I'm enjoying it. Just on a walk with Ava at the moment.
Yeah.
We're finding a secret passageway, aren't we, Ava?
Yeah, we might show you in a minute.
It's not that secret really, actually, but we'll, yes, we're going on a voyage and then we're going to play Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
What a Wednesday evening.
And I'm trying to save my money up to buy one, but I'm not even close.
Ava would like to buy a Switch. She currently has £30 needed.
No, actually £24.
Oh, £24, and the Switch Lite with Animal Crossing is £229, so she can get there. We believe in you. Woo! Okay, we have voyaged into the secret passageway, haven't we, Ava?
Yeah, and I'm about to get stung on the arms.
This is not very adult-friendly.
Oh, yes, it is.
Oh, God, what have you made me come down here for? We normally enter higher up, which is a little bit less stinging nettles.
This is so big to me.
Yeah, that's because you're tiny.
Oh, by the way, you're shrinking.
Yes, we measured me this morning because I've got scoliosis and I have to measure myself to see if my spine has curved more and if I'm shrinking. And yes, I am shrunk by
age.
Yes, I've shrunk by 2 centimetres, which is really
You'll
delightful.
become my age soon.
There's every chance that because I've got a ponytail in, that is like it was hard to get my head measurement. So we'll do it again tomorrow. Thank you very much. Ava thinks I'm going to be as small as her.
Yeah.
For context, here's our height difference. This is me. And this is Ava. Oh, you're on a ledge. That's our height difference. She thinks I'm going to be that short.
This
I really
is me
hope
on a
not.
ledge.
It's adult friendly, this, Ava, isn't it? I either go low or high. Let's give this a go. Oh God, please don't
I go
rip.
low. I go definitely low. I go through there.
Oh, I don't want my jeans to rip.
Oh, that happened last time.
No, my leggings got caught on the barbed wire fence, actually.
Oh, so amusing.
This is a little area on our walk that we found probably about a month ago. And we walked through it and my mum said, oh, it really smells of garlic. And we Googled it and all of this, look at it all. What is it, Ava?
Garlic.
Yeah, it's a garlic plant or whatever that's called.
It smells very bad.
It smells lovely. It smells of garlic.
Bad.
Good morning. Maybe afternoon. I don't know anymore. Happy Thursday. But it's kind of like Friday because it's a bank holiday tomorrow, so I don't have to work tomorrow, basically, is what I'm saying. Happy Thursday. Still reading this. Probably going to finish it today. Have this much left. Oh my God. If you are looking for a book that is like Game of Thrones, but not as heavy and not as detailed in the world building, this. Still detailed world building and still very clever. However, less daunting I find than Game of Thrones and shorter. But there's a lot in this. I'm really enjoying it. Something happened last night when I was reading it before bed and it broke me inside. But it's really good. Today is really sunny. I think I'm going to go to work outside in a little bit. But it's nearly time for my lunch break. Yeah, sure. So I'm going to do some cleaning because that's really good fun. Who doesn't like some cleaning? I actually do enjoy cleaning. I used to have such a tip of a bedroom. It used to be really, really messy. But I think when I moved to uni, I had very small. Actually, I've always had the box bedroom. This is a bigger room for me, which is nice. When I moved to uni, because I had the absolute tiniest bedroom, I kept it very, very, very neat and tidy and clean, and I have not lost that since. So I'm going to do some dusting, put my new bed sheets on because I took my bedding off to wash it this morning, which is, in my opinion, the worst household job is putting new bedding on, but the best feeling afterwards. So I'm going to do that. It is after work, which means 3-day weekend, yay, because bank holiday tomorrow on a Friday. I'm not mad about it. I am sat outside of my favourite spot on our swinging chair reading Falling Kingdoms, and I'm nearly finished. I am fully ready for my heart to be broken with this book because it is good, but also it does not hold back with who it takes away from you in the plot, so thank you for buying me a book that causes heartbreak, Lauren. I just finished this. You know how I said it was going to break my heart some more? This is really, really good. I knew it was going to be quite good fantasy from what I'd heard about it, but I didn't expect it to be this immersive and this much of a setup. Lauren said to treat this one like the prequel to the whole series, and I can see why. It's very much establishing where we're going to go. I'm really enjoying it. I've downloaded the second one on my Kindle, so I shall probably start that. I'm not going to read that next because there's a couple of books I need to read to review, but I will be reading it soon. But very much enjoyed this. Going to run it through Corpal now and see what rating it gets. I have put this book in timeout because it deserves it. It was fantastic. I gave it 5 stars. But if you've read it, you'll know what I'm talking about. So, book. Right, I think this is what I'm reading next. Good Girls Die First by Catherine Foxfield. That's a cool last name. This is an arc sent to me by Scholastic. This is what it's about if you want to see it. But basically, it's a thriller about some people in a carnival thing. I think a fair, yeah, a carnival. And it's who will survive is the main question. But you know what, guys? I just opened this up. Is it me or is this font freaking giant? It looks massive. Maybe I've just read a book with small font, but I'm hoping this should be quite easy to get through. I think it's meant to be sunny for the next 2 days, and I'm off work, so let's get to it. Right, I just started this tonight, and this far in. It's like 11:30 in the evening. I need to go to the loo, but I don't want to leave my room because this is really creeping me out. There's some really creepy bits in this. When I watch films, I don't tend to get scared often, but I feel like reading books because it's a slower pace. It can be a bit creepier, and yeah, it's done it. It's creeped me out. It's all set in like a deserted carnival, and now my dog's barking, which is just scared the shit out of me, so great. It's all set in a carnival, and it's deserted, and it's been abandoned by a fire, and basically there's some people that have been invited by an anonymous person, and it's at night time, and there's some weird ghost stuff happening, and it's creeping me out, guys. Hello, I am 95% sure it's Friday, so we'll just roll with that. So happy Friday. Last night I started Good Girls Die First by Catherine Foxfield. This has been described as a cross between One of Us Is Lying and Then There Were None. It's a YA thriller. I would add some horror in there because it scared the crap out of me last night. There were several moments with people appearing that no one else could see, and they were just shadows in the distance at night in a burned down carnival, and it just creeped me out. So I'm going to try and read this all today so I don't have to read it during the evenings because I needed to go to the loo at like midnight and I couldn't because I was too scared. I don't normally get scared with books, but this one just got me, so I couldn't go to the loo, and had to kind of psych myself up and get the torch on my phone, ran to the loo, ran back. Yeah, it wasn't my finest moment, but no one killed me in the middle of the night, so that's all good. Gonna continue reading this now, and it's sunny, so I'm gonna go sit outside. Okay, I'm about halfway through. This comes out in July, so I don't know if many of you guys will have heard of it or read it yet. I'm very confused. I thought it was a YA thriller. Now I'm thinking it's a horror/fantasy. Honestly, there's a lot happening, and there's some weird things happening with time, and it's just, I'm confused, but like in a good way. Like I'm following it, but also I have no idea what's going on. So it's good, but I have no idea where it's going, which is, I suppose, what is making me read on. Right, I've progressed inside to try and finish this. Honestly, I'm starting to think that maybe she tried to do too much in this book. Like, there's 3 different things happening, really, but they're all big things. It's not like the plot is focusing on one specific thing, and I get that if it was, that would be boring, and fine, okay, but it's not the longest book, and there's not much description of the setting and things, so they'll suddenly just be in a new location, and it would just be like, oh, cool, okay, right. Don't really understand the layout of any of this. I can't really picture it. massively because we're not getting much. It's very dialogue heavy. Now, I do actually prefer books that are dialogue heavy because I do like to make up in my head. However, the setting plays a lot into the story of this one because it's at this abandoned carnival and there's all these different parts of the carnival that they're trying to get involved in, or not get involved in, as it were. But yeah, so I'm just trying to get my head around where everything is. So I'm enjoying it. I don't know what star rating it's going to come out as. I'll run it through Corpal when I'm finished. I feel like I'm going to guess it's going to come out as a 3.5. It's missing something. I don't know what it is, but I'm definitely intrigued. I'm losing that intrigue a little bit because I feel like we found out what is happening earlier on than I thought we would. However, I will let you know what I think when I finish it. I have finished Good Girls Die First. This book is said to be like Karen McManus's writing in the blurb description of this. I would actually more compare it to Other Words for Smoke, which has a similar villain thread in it. If you've read that book and you've read this book, you will know what I mean. I don't want to give it away though. I don't know what I think of this. I think it's probably going to be a 3-star rating for me. I didn't really love any of the characters particularly. I thought I liked some of them and then they did things that made me dislike them. I didn't really get much of a feel for the setting. The atmosphere was definitely quite dark and it was very action-paced and fast, as I think I said before. But I don't know why I just didn't love it. I think I struggled to connect with what it was actually about because it was so chopping and changing. It didn't really pull me in. But saying that, it was an interesting read. It definitely wasn't the thriller I expected it to be, but I didn't dislike it. We'll leave it at that. I'm going to go play Animal Crossing now, I think. Good morning and happy Saturday. Today I'm going to be reading The Bone Shard Daughter outside in the sun because that's my perfect reading weather until I get really sweaty and disgusting and then feel like it was all a terrible, terrible mistake. Anyway, I started this last night. Yes, I have already made a tab on it. I don't always tab books, but I really liked a line in it and I wanted to tab it so I could remember it. Also, there's a really cute kitten mentioned and I think it's going to come back, so I tabbed where the kitten came in because kittens. This book is so far a little bit different to what I thought it was going to be. There's a dual narrative perspective between the Emperor's daughter and also a guy that I think is like some kind of bandit runaway dude that's got some kind of mission to accomplish that we don't know too much about yet. So far, very much enjoying his perspective of things because we've had 2 of his chapters and 1 of the Emperor's daughter. But I'm intrigued to see where it goes. Definitely enjoying it so far. The writing style is quite easy to keep going with and the chapters are ending on cliffhangers, which is perfect for the just one more chapter way of thinking. So I'm going to go read this. I'm going to have some breakfast outside and I will catch up with you guys probably when I'm sat out in the sun. So I'm sitting down reading The Bone Shard Daughter. I'm on chapter 6, page 51. We've just been introduced to our 4th character. There's quite a few different characters and there's no page at the front because this is just the arc. I don't know if there'll be one in the finished copy. There's no page detailing who everybody is. So far I'm keeping up because there's only like the main character of each chapter and then like 1 or 2 sub-characters. However, if it keeps introducing more, I think there'll be quite a few different storylines going on at once, which could be quite a lot to keep up with. However, at the moment, the chapters are quite short-ish, so we're not getting too much information, and I'm enjoying it a lot. Also, it's got a female-female romance in it, which I didn't realise, so this is also an LGBTQIA+ book. So I'm really enjoying it. That's also a bonus. It's a good read. Well, this is very disappointing for those of you who were excited to hear about the kitten that I mentioned earlier. I think I mentioned it earlier. It was not a kitten. This is sad. We're back to my favourite characters narrative chapter. Hi, it's me closing up the vlog. Haven't really filmed too much today because I have spent a lot of the day reading, which is exactly what a reading vlog should be. I'm up to page 142 in The Bone Shard Daughter. Really, really enjoying it. We're now on like 5 different narrative perspectives. I'm not mad about it because I'm quite intrigued by all of them. I don't love the main character yet. She's not had as much screen time, page time, as some of the other characters, so I'm yet to find out all about her that I'd like to know, but I'm enjoying it. It's really good. I've also played some Animal Crossing, and I'm doing some stupidly ambitious island move about. I've tried to make like a 3-tiered hill and put houses on top of each tier. And it's a process because there's houses in the way of me making the hill, so I have to like build a bit, move a house onto the hill, then build a bit more, so it's going to take me about a week, I think, but it's fun. It's all good fun. Anyway, I'm going to wrap up here. This week I finished 2 books, I think. I don't even know what I've read anymore. What did I read? The 2 books I finished were Falling Kingdoms by Morgan Rhodes and Good Girls Die First by Catherine Foxfield. Just had to check the name because I wasn't sure. Definitely Catherine Foxfield. And then, yes, currently reading The Bone Shard Daughter, and this is by Andrea Stewart. So that is my reading week. It's been a pretty good one. I read nothing on audiobook, actually. I've listened to a tiny little bit of The Raven Boys, but I haven't really got very far because I'm not driving to and from work, which is usually when I do the most of my audiobook listening. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what I do and what I say and how I sound, you can subscribe for more videos, you can give this video a thumbs up, and you can comment down below what you've been reading this week, last week, whatever it is for you guys watching. Thank you so much. You can find all my social links down below. I'm books nested on everywhere. Have a great rest of your day. Keep smiling and stay positive.